What if the world is no longer divided by opinions, but by sides? Because right now global leaders are not just watching the crisis in the Middle East. They are responding. And those responses are shaping what could happen next. In the past days, leaders across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East have spoken out, some calling for calm, others issuing warnings, and a few openly criticizing the actions unfolding in the region. Let's start with Europe. Leaders from major countries like the United Kingdom, France, and Germany have taken a cautious but serious stance. They have called for an immediate return to negotiations, stressing that military action alone cannot resolve the situation. Their message is clear. Diplomacy must come first. But not all reactions are the same. Spain's Prime Minister has gone further, warning that ordinary people across the world are already paying the price for this conflict. He highlighted the growing economic damage and made it clear this crisis is no longer regional. It's global. Meanwhile, global powers like China and Russia have expressed serious concern. Both have criticized the escalation and called for restraint, emphasizing respect for national sovereignty and warning against further military action. At the same time, countries in the Middle East are reacting with urgency. Some governments have condemned attacks in the region, while others are trying to avoid being pulled directly into the conflict. There is one shared fear: that this war could spread beyond control. And then comes the humanitarian warning. The United Nations and global organizations are raising alarm bells. Millions of people have already been displaced, and aid agencies say they are struggling to respond due to limited resources and disrupted supply routes. The World Health Organization has also issued a serious warning. They say a major health crisis is unfolding, with hospitals under pressure and essential services collapsing in some areas. But perhaps the most concerning development is this. Despite all these warnings, the fighting is not slowing down. Iran has rejected international proposals for a ceasefire, instead putting forward its own demands, including control over key strategic routes. At the same time, military activity continues to increase across the region. And now, the world is watching something even more dangerous. Not just conflict, but positioning. Countries are strengthening. Defenses, warships are moving. Alliances are being tested. And behind every statement, there is a deeper message. So the real question is, are these just political reactions, or early signals of something much bigger? Because when global leaders start drawing lines, when diplomacy struggles to keep up, and when warnings turn into actions, history shows that escalation becomes harder to stop. Right now, the world is not just watching, it is deciding, and one decision could change everything. Stay connected for the latest global updates.